Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to True Crime and Justice. I still keep going back to crime and justice, and it's True Crime and Justice. Right. I don't know how tonight's going to go because StreamYard has already fucked my head up. I haven't even started recording. I've just started recording. But it was fucking with my head while I was trying to set it all up. So keep your fingers crossed and everything else crossed for tonight because I do not know how StreamYard is going to behave. First of all, just some sad news we've heard today. Tony Mathis, a good friend of Seth, and a really good what's the word I'm looking for? And a good friend for Sebastian. He was there for Seth. He wasn't around. I thought, perhaps he's got work commitment because I know he had his own business or whatever. And so I never really gave it much thought. And then I I've seen little clips about someone putting it up on their community post. Lady Freedom put some up on her community post. I thought, what the fuck? Then I seen Kylie. She done a speed box session. I'm missing something here. Then I get an email off Anne, my mod, when it will let me mod her. At the moment, YouTube are pissing me off again because it won't let me mod her. So fucking annoying. Right, anyway, so from a TikTok from, I can't think of his name now, I'm a young lad, right, talking about it. So I went on X and I seen it there. I'm absolutely gutted. Him and that night and all that lot. But he was the only one who stood his ground with him. The one guy Seth could turn around to and just be frank and open and honest to. So my thoughts are going out to his family at this time, and also to Seth, because I know he was a good friend of Seth's. I know that. Right? And I'm just gutted by it, devastated by it, because he was an advocate. That's an advocate. He was an advocate for Sebastian. A lot of YouTubers going, I'm an advocate for missing children. I'm an advocate for this one. I'm an advocate. He was an advocate for Sebastian. Now, 2 years is too long. Over 2 years now. It's too long. And I think the truth's got to come out. I think law enforcement has to do something, or Seth has to get this moved from Sumner County to another county. A county that will, once it's in their hands, say, right, we'll call the FBI in and get the FBI in. And at the same time, get an inquiry into Sumner County, because they have truly fucked up this case. They still are. They don't know how to correct themselves. So rather than say, look, we fucked up. We didn't do this. We should have done this and we didn't. We fucked up. But now we're going to do it right. We're going to do it by the book. Right? They don't. They are doing everything now to cover it up. And that tells me one thing. Craig Dirk. is doing everything possible to protect his friends, the Proudfoots, and to save his own ass. This is why some County shouldn't have took this case on. They should have handed it over to the FBI straight away, because there's a conflict of interest. So if they're not going to hand it over to FBI, I think 7 years to push and push and push and push and get this transferred to another county, because some county aren't doing anything. It's been done before in other cases. Been done before in another case where the mother fought and fought and fought and got transferred from the county that was investigating to another county. As soon as she got transferred to this other county, that county then called the FBI, and within weeks they had arrested and charged. Well, I say a couple of months maybe. It might be off. It might be weeks, it might be months. But they arrested unalived. So it can be done. We're not saying something's just come up on my phone. I've just got to check it. Can you just take it when you click? I don't know what's happening. Get off. Right. So, at the end of the day, my thoughts are with his family. I never got to meet the guy. I only seen him on YouTube. But he seemed a decent enough guy to me. And as I said, he was there for Seth. And that's all that matters. He was there for Seth and for Sebastian. And we'll have these other channels gloating in it. And I swear to God, if I hear of any channel gloating in this, I will rip them apart. Believe me. I will report them. I will do everything. Anyway, hopefully this is going to work and it'll come up on my screen. Yes! I finally got it up on my screen. It took me half an hour before coming on here to get this StreamYard to accept this app. And let me put it through. This is a new app I've got. It's CapCut. It's not a promotion. I'm just trying it out for a week. If I like it, then I'll keep it. If I don't, then it's going. So far, I like it. I like the fact that the screen is in the middle. I don't know what will happen. Hold on, I'm just going to see. If I go full screen, it's going to let me go full screen. See, it won't let me do. I'm fucking hate. Why is it not letting me do it? I don't know. It won't let me go full screen. Oh, hold on. Try now then. Right. But then I can't get back to see what you're seeing. So hold on. I'm just going to go onto my YouTube account on my phone and see what you are seeing. Turn the volume down. Slow. No, you still only see this short screen, I think. Yeah, but at least it's more central. And the other app I was using used to be up in the corner, and I didn't like that. So I'm gonna let me come out of this again. Come on. He's like, I'm trying to get. I tried to make you a mod again today and it won't let me. It won't accept it for whatever reason, I don't know. But that's just YouTube for you. But I'll keep trying. I'll keep trying, sweetheart. Get that spanner by your name again. I don't know what you think of this app, but I like this app better because the screen, I can't go full screen. Don't know why. Well, I can, but you won't come full screen on here. But at least it's more central rather than being up this corner here like it used to be before. It used to be up this corner. This one's more central. And if I take myself out and I put, you know what I mean, doing anything for me tonight. Don't want to work for me. If I put myself down there, might doing about half an hour. See, I can go full screen like this, but if I go, oh no, but if I go full screen on this, then you only see this. Right, you only see this. You don't see the full screen that I get. So, I'm hoping Kylie might join us tonight because she emailed me today and she seemed quite concerned that I hadn't been on. I mean, I've been on. I said, but I've had to open up a new channel, blah, 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 all this. I was telling her. I said, I thought I sent you the link, which I'm sure I did. And so I sent her the link again. And don't forget, she's way ahead of us or behind us, one of the two. She's behind or ahead of us. So, but I do like this app. But the only thing is, when I'm on the app, that's why, hold on, it's a bit good idea to have this open on my phone, isn't it? Because at least then I can see what's going on my back office when I go into this app. Don't fucking start now, you piece of shit. It's not this one, it's over here. Now, I was checking this out today, right? And I don't think that is Chris. No, I thought it was CP here. Right? It was CP up here. No, don't piss me off. It's a start a good night and work. Show my apps I want to show my videos I want to show. Can we just do that tonight, please, StreamYard? I'll pay you enough money. Anyway. So, but I've zoomed in on this today. Right. For some reason, my mouse keeps coming. Oh, it's got to go there. Okay. I have zoomed in because I know Chris is working on the outside and he's come up. He found the car. He found the car. God bless his little soul heart. He's found the car. You don't know what make it is yet, but you know a car. What you know what I mean? so good on these videos. Right? Oh, God's sake, I want to go up here. So let's zoom in a bit. No, Angie, don't start messing about with this. That doesn't, it doesn't look like a cap when I zoom in. Right? It doesn't look like a cap. But then again, it's hard to say because it's got that peak on it, hasn't it? It's got a peak on it. You can see that peak. Let's go. Oh, right, let's go to scale. Let's go. That was it. I knew there's something else I was using to get this. Right, it looks more like it. You know them, but not the baseball caps, but them other caps you buy, which are more squarish sort of thing, which have a peak on. Yeah, it's more like that than a baseball cap. If you know what I mean. So, but let's have a go and scale it a bit more. Bring it down. A bit more. Careful, change it. Okay. So, that's what I'm looking at here. I just wanted to get a better angle, a better view of that person at the bar. I don't think it is CP. However, I'm not going to say he wasn't there. I just don't think that was CP. Oh, God's sake. Come on. Come on, zoom out. Zoom out. Right. And now I know how to use this app. We can go around. Because apparently, two guys come in before KP and Sebastian. Right? There's KP and Sebastian. Before they came in, two guys walked in. But we don't, because I can't find that footage, and the only footage I've got is it's all they pixelated it out. I think, shit, I can't see now if those guys, where those guys went. But I was watching another one that Anne sent me, and she said those two guys, that what person said, those two guys walked up ahead. Didn't come into the restaurant, they walked straight up. That's why it'd be nice to see if we could get that other footage. If someone could get that other footage, like, dog, don't get the rest of the footage. Or have you got the footage, dog? If it's not of no importance, then just release it. Because some of us might like to see that footage because, you know what I mean? So, then the other thing that someone was saying was Chris was over here somewhere, but you can't see it on this footage. See, on this footage, you can't see it because it's, I don't know why, but someone said he was sitting more over that way in front of the, I think that was the men's toilet door. You got like the toilet bathroom door, which is for like mothers with young babies and whatever, or people who just want a single toilet in a big room, yeah, like me. And then you had the men's here, and then the women's were around the other side. And I think someone said someone was sitting over here, this side, that reminded them. They thought was Chris. You know, I don't know. I thought that was him, but I don't think it is now. So, I don't know. It's. I just wish I could get that full screen for you. But I don't think any app I use, and I'm paying for this one. I'm paying for this one at the moment. So it's not as if I'm not paying for this one now that I can't do it. I am paying for it. And I still can't go get that screen to go full screen for you. I wish I could, but I just can't. I can't fathom it out. But that's what I go for, to have a look at these videos and try and zoom in a lot, like I have tonight on that area, and try and figure some stuff out, you know what I mean? Because these videos, I know they're good, but fuck, it's so annoying. You know what I mean? See what I mean by that hat? It's more, oh, what's those sort of hats? It's not a baseball cap, but it is a cap, but it's not a baseball cap. Older men tend to wear them ones more than the younger men. Women tend to use these ones as well, this style. I've seen them. I was tempted to buy one. I went, nope, give me my baseball cap. Right. I probably will buy one because I do collect my caps. Right. I'm going to get, you know what I'm saying? Did you see my intro? I've got a new intro, which I've done on here. Done it all on here. And so I love my intro now. I've still got a few tweaks to do on it, and my outro. Still got a few tweaks to do on it, and I will do it. But at the end of the intro, it's got "Prove me wrong," and at the end of my outro, it's got "Prove me wrong." Right. So I'm going to go on Amazon. I love going on Amazon, my favourite place, and get a T-shirt done with "Prove me wrong" on it. But I also want to get a baseball cap with "Prove me wrong" written on it. So then I can wear it, and you can see it when I go live because I'll show you. I won't be hidden behind my avatar. I'll show you my cap and my T-shirt once I get it. That is. I don't know if that is a baseball cap. It doesn't look like a baseball cap. I don't know. Oh, it could be. It could be. Let me zoom in a bit more because I've still got plenty. Is that a baseball cap? It looks like a baseball cap. But it's hard to say. Go back, go back, go back, go back. It could be a base. I'm going to have to bring this down because it's too low. What do you think? Is it a baseball cap? Or just a cap thing? Pig cap? Or one of those? Or one of those more flat head topped ones? You know what I mean? So you like this app, do you? I like this app because, as I said, it is in the center, so you can see it better, the video, and it's not over in this corner here. Where before I didn't like that because it was up here in the corner, and I didn't think I struggled to see anything on it. And I thought if I'm struggling and I'm on a bigger screen, then my subscribers would struggle to see it. But this one's more central. But I'm just trying to figure out if that's a baseball cap or one. It looks like, oh, there, it looks like, oh, there it looks, there it looks like a baseball cap. Now, has that person got a beard? I swear to God, I'm going to kill my one cat. What? Get it. Well, I'm just going to unplug my mic because I'm taking you in the kitchen. Come on. Sorry, I must have knocked the button when I moved the laptop into the kitchen. Sorry. Sorry. But that's definitely a beard there. So that is a cap. But is that glasses? Would you say that's glasses on that guy? Definitely something there. So, but that is a cap. You can see it better now. Now I've scaled in more and I've zoomed in a lot more. And I've just got it at that right angle. You can see it's a cap. So it could be Chris. Could be. You know he wears caps. And I'm sorry, but he was definitely there that night. He was definitely there because he's a control freak. He's not going to let none of what happened on Sunday night, that Sunday night, go down without him having some say or him being there. He's Mug keeping me on track again. Right? Because he's a control freak. That's what narcissists are. They like control. And when they don't get control, that's when they can get very nasty and everything else. It just looks like an arm of glasses, doesn't it, there? Let's see if I can go scaling a bit more. I think okay, scaling a bit more. What's this one? I don't know. It definitely looks like glasses. But you know what? When I wear my caps, I find it really uncomfortable wearing my glasses with my caps. It just doesn't feel right when I've got my cap on with my glasses. It just didn't feel right. So it's definitely something. There's definitely some glasses. So that wouldn't be Chris if that was glasses. Because Chris don't wear glasses. However, while we've got this up, shall we have a nosy round, see who else was there? See if we can see anyone else. Hold on. I've got to zoom out as well. Is there anyone else there? Because I'm sorry, this bitch here was definitely looking around for someone. Or was she looking for cameras? But she knows they have cameras in there. She knows that. They all know inside anywhere like a restaurant or something like that, there's going to be cameras. They have to have cameras for their insurance cover. Without cameras, they won't get cover. If something happens in that restaurant, they can't claim on their insurance then. They can say, because insurance will say, how do we know you didn't do it yourself? Because you've got no cameras. So they won't insure anyone like this, any restaurant, unless they've got cameras. Oh, shall we see what he's eating for his dinner? Oh, yeah, because she said he was eating salad, didn't she? Oh, yeah. Let's just call her out on this, shall we? No, I don't even have to zoom in that much to know that is not a salad. Does that look like a salad, anyone? That's what I look. Yes, please. Yeah, everyone has cameras. They have to, because they won't get the insurance. It's like if you have a gas can in your car, your insurance policy is likely to drop if you've got a gas can in your car. That's what I'm led to believe. If you've got a gas can in the front of your car, your insurance policy could possibly drop. So you won't be paying so much. That is not solid, is it? No. We're calling you out on that, Katie. Now I've got this up, I can zoom right in and even pick out the salad if there was any salad on that plate. But there is no salad. And I remember someone said, the woman who was working there that night said he had, I believe it was macaroni cheese, or mac cheese as they call it, cheesy mac. and salmon. So, what? Oh, you never lie, you never lie. I was watching my crew the other day, and it just suddenly dawned on me. Right, I was listening to, and we're going to listen to this. I think I've got it in my download. It's playing something, and you heard him say, what was it said? Remember when she mentioned that law enforcement spoke to everyone of the case, remember? Not that long into it, right? Everyone who saw her and Sebastian. So that's the serving staff at the Texas Roadhouse, the staff at the Strike and Spare, staff at the BJ's, all that lot, yeah? Who did she leave out? Who did she leave out? Because when she walked out that restaurant, who did she interact with? Someone in a green hoodie. She only told law enforcement about that, right, listen to this, in the December when Doug and everyone and all that released all this footage, right? Because Doug released this footage. They didn't even know who Green Hoodie was. And then we heard Chris talking about it because someone asked him who was Green Hoodie. And he said, when Katie has been spoken to by law enforcement about that person, she told them who it was and all this lot. And then that was between the 10th and the 12th, I believe. Right? That they spoke to Katie. And then about 4 days later, they put out another statement, a statement saying they'd spoken to, they located the person, the green hoodie person, spoken to them and cleared them. Even though they'd had that footage for nearly 10 months. Katie had never spoken about that person. She's never mentioned that person, seeing them, nothing. All the interviews she's done, she never mentioned anything about that person. Yes, the waiting staff, the waitresses and all that lot, but nothing ever about the green hoodie until law enforcement was forced, whose hands were forced by Doug putting that video out. They had to act then, right? They had to. They couldn't even say to act, no, we don't want you putting that video out. Why? The last proof of life of Sebastian, how's that going to hurt anyone? So they had to agree to them putting that video out. Yeah. It took them right up until this video got released. All these videos got released before they spoke to Katie about it, and then apparently within 4 or 5 days track this person down. So if that's the case, they was able to track that person down. It wasn't just some person wandering off the streets needing some change for the bathroom or something like that, or directions to somewhere or anything like that. Or do they sell this food in there? No. This is a person she knew. Because after talking to law enforcement about it, within 4 or 5 days, they found the woman, tracked her down, spoke to her and cleared her, or whoever it was. But, and apparently, they had a video of it. They had a video of that interaction between law enforcement and the green hoodie. This is where it gets... Apparently, They showed Seth this video. However, they didn't show the face of the person. They showed the voice and all that. Like, we don't even know if the voice was what's her name, tampered with. You know what I mean? Right? But he saw the video of him talking to this person. He didn't see the face. I'm sure he'd know Katie's mum's voice. Or would he? It's hard to say. I think someone in my family could phone me up and I'll be going, yeah, who are you? You know what I mean? I wouldn't recognise their voice, so if it was a stranger, it wasn't a stranger. It was obviously someone KP knew. For them to be able to track them down, talk to them, and clear them. So, shit face for brains, KP. Up yours. Because the lies are falling apart. You, Chris, remind me of our UK Prime Minister at the moment. He's falling. His house of cards is falling. And so is yours. Your house of cards are falling. And law enforcement need to do something and stop covering their backsides and do something about this, because otherwise they're going to go down with you. Especially Craddock. A piece of issue. Your house of cards are falling down. Because one by one we're chipping away at your fucking life. This is a lie right in front of us here on the screen. There's no fucking salad on that plate. Salmon maybe and macaroni and cheese. It looks like pasta. But no salad. Where's the greens? Where's the reds? The tomatoes, the lettuce, the peppers? Right? Cucumbers. And did you see him put any salad dressing on? Because they don't normally put salad dressing on when you have a salad. They normally bring you the salad dressing for you to pour on yourself. I should imagine, because some people don't like salad dressing on their salad. I don't. I like mayonnaise. Ooh, give me lessons of mayonnaise. But they normally just say, with salad, like some restaurants do say, such and such salad with dressing, you know what I mean? But you can then order it without the dressing. So why would he order a salad with dressing if he don't like dressing, salad dressing on it? He wouldn't. He'd go for his comfort food, which is obviously salmon. He loves salmon and he loves cheesy pasta. That's his comfort food. That's his go-to foods. So, let's have a look. Let's rip this woman apart, shall we? Let's zoom out again. Let's just go a bit further. Hold on, wasn't that when she took the... Yes. See how he's sitting there, upright, looking at the camera, right? Now, let's zoom in. He's looking at the camera, right? She's got the phone. You can see it there, look. Let's go a bit more, scale it. So you can see him sitting there. What does she do with that thing? Right? So she takes that photo of him while he's sitting up straight. He's not got a mouth full of food. He's sitting there. You know, we'll zoom in on him. Has he got a mouth full of food? No. He's sitting there waiting for his photo to be took. He hasn't got a mouth full of food, like some YouTubers say he has. Right, we're going to go a little bit further. I'm going to slow this down. How can I slow this down? Oh, Can you hear me now? Because I got kicked off. So, what a surprise. I knew I was going to have problems tonight with StreamYard. I was having problems before I even come live. If I guess now, share. Now let me see if I share again. So, it's not going to let me do it, is it? For some reason, it's a pain in the butt. Loading up our layouts. Are you fucking joking, StreamYard? Don't piss me off today, because I will demand a refund for the last year if you piss me off tonight. And you're heading that way. So let's try again. No, it's not going to let. I know if it's going to let me load it because of how it is. So, let's put my mic down a bit. Right in my fucking eye. So I'm just waiting for this to recognise that I've got another thing I want on, and because if I click on CapCut, it's just a black window, and I don't want that. So I've got to wait for it to fucking. It's a pain. It's a pain when they play up. StreamYard, your browser has blocked your screen. Tell me about it, StreamYard. Tell me about it. You piece of shit. I swear to God, I hate this app. But there's only one I can't. There's one I would love to be able to use, but I don't understand that the setup on it. I really don't. So unless someone's willing to come over here to my house and set it up for me, I'm never going to be able to use that one because I don't know how to set it up. So let's keep trying. But no, I can come back to this because there's a few videos we can watch. So if YouTube ever opens up for me, oh my God, I'm just seeing a headline here. Right, we've already had one MP removed from the House of Commons for calling the Prime Minister a liar. Now we've got another Sarah Sultana removed from Commons because she called him a liar. So, yeah, a lot of them now, a lot of these mystics and whatever are hoping that they can get some way to Sebastian through Tony Mathis. Be nice if he could tell us where he is. You know what I mean? So, fuck off. Just wait for my YouTube to open up. Yeah, we had one a Reform MP kicked out for calling him a liar, and he said the PM couldn't lie straight in bed if he wanted to. And then we just had another one call him a liar because, in fact, they're not lying. You know what I mean? They are not lying when they call him that. Come on, YouTube. My channel. But, yeah, this situation with CP and KP, their house of cards are falling. Because one by one, it's like that brick wall. We're chipping away at that brick wall. And one brick at a time, we're taking down. We know we didn't have a salad, right? What am I doing here now? I need to go to my downloads, that's it. We know we didn't have a salad. There's no fucking salad on that plate. Right, this is where we're coming to the end of yeah. Oh, well, you see, we've got these elections coming up next month, May the 7th. Now, either way, they are going to lose seats, either to Reform, to the Green Party. I'll be very surprised if Conservatives pick any up, but they might. But they are going to lose seats. And those MPs who lose their seats will not be happy. Because the reason they are losing their seats is because their Prime Minister is a gobshite. And they will have him out after the elections. Within a week or so of those elections, he'll be gone. And if he's not, then all the Labour are a bunch of lily-livered whatever. So, hopefully it will let me play this. Oh, you remember that video I was looking for? And I said they cut it out of that interview. That little argument they had. I thought it was in one of those interviews they did. Well, it wasn't an interview, but it was on a phone call. It was on a phone call where they had this little, no, Sunday night is school, no, Sunday night. It's not a school night, little disagreement. You remember? It was on a phone call. I have found it. Well, his father was a toolmaker. So you're not far wrong there, Anne. Anyway, I'll probably get my channel took off me for talking about RPM like this. I only say the truth, and the truth hurts. So. But it was in a phone call, and I think, I'm not sure, I think I've got it somewhere. Is it in? Have I got it? I think I may have it. Right. Anyway, we're going to listen to this, okay?
2024 at a Texas roadhouse in Tennessee. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, full of promise, sits.
I don't think it's with the PI. It's another YouTuber on the phone with him. It's another YouTuber that's on the phone. I'm sure it's another YouTuber on the phone with him. But if I've got it, I'll play it.
Last time we catch him on camera. At 6:11 p.m., Sebastian heads to the restroom. Notice his walk, hands tucked in his pockets.
Now, I'm going to stop it here because I'll go full screen so you can see it a bit better. This toilet here, I believe, is the toilet door for the bathroom door for parents with youngsters, with little babies and things like that. And I think just here is another bathroom door. And we know the women's bathroom is down past here, past this area, and down and around. Right? So just watch what door Sebastian goes in. He's just walking along now. There he is. He goes to go to the men's. Then he comes back. No, he doesn't. He goes in the men's, sorry. Who is that, Sebastian? Could that be Sebastian? I think that may have been Sebastian going in there. I think he went to go to the men's. Or he went to go to the men's, but then decided to go to this toilet here. One of them. Now, what I'm going to do tomorrow, because I can't get this downloaded so I can put it on my app, I'm going to record it on my streaming app, if it won't play up for me, and then I can put it onto my app I've got, and we can zoom in and see what door Sebastian goes into. Alright. But I think this is
By 6:15 p.m. Hours later, everything would change. That night, Sebastian vanished from his small Tennessee town. A local story exploded into a national mission. This footage, his hands, his step, is the last we have of him. Over a year later, we're still fighting to find Sebastian. At Night urges the public to engage responsibly and actively in the search for Sebastian through the following actions. For credible, first-hand information, contact Sumner County Sheriff's Office, 615-451-3838, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. Tips to TBI at tbi.tn.gov.
I'm sorry, no disrespect to this person who's talking, but if she talked like that in real life, I'd be side-eyeing her, rolling my eyes and dropping my head back going, oh, Jesus Christ. We're going to be out here all day just getting one sentence out of her, you know what I mean?
Tips.fbi.gov. Reach out to At Night and
putting on silent. My voice is annoying me. Sorry. Sebastian come out of them toilets yet? I think he has. I think he's making his way back now. Yeah. Yeah, here he comes. See, his mum's looking over here. And he's looking as well. He didn't seem happy though, does he? I'm sorry, I had to take that volume off that little sound off it. Her voice was just getting to me. Nothing about the YouTube. I don't know her to have a bad word about her, but her voice. I heard that isn't a real voice in real life, because I would literally cross over 10 roads to not have to stop and talk to her. You know what I mean? Because that would just grind my teeth. I knew you were going to mention it, like it's annoying, sorry. Right, this is the other video. Now, she goes on about these people sitting here. Now, that isn't what interests me. That doesn't, this lot here, because this is where she pulls in. Here in a minute. So really, it's this area we're looking at. I'm not bothered about this big area. But yeah, the voice. But you don't look happy now, and being as she's spending quality time with her son, she don't speak to him unless she's, and we know she's having a go at him because of the way she's holding a fork and pointing a fork at him. Because we've all been there as parents. We've all been there as children when your parents are pointing something at you. Okay, I'm going to sit very still because that fork is coming right from my eyes. You know what I mean? So we've all been there. One way or the other, we've all been there. See, this does interest me. These two here, they say they thought this one here, this guy here, the one near the wall, was Chris. Because of the way he stood in a minute, he puts his leg behind the elbow or something like that. But it just proves a point here that Chris is not the only one who does it when that guy moves his fucking ass that way. Because the guy next to him also does the same stance behind the other. So it's probably a common stance for a man. And then these two men, they don't go in Texas Roadhouse. She said you can see them walking on up, but I don't. You got arseholes here standing in the fucking way and blocking our view of everything. Yeah, we definitely know the signs. The sign our mum. I'll tell you something now. If our mum was mad with you in my family, if she called you by your full name, and that wasn't just Angela, it was Angela Sturdy. Oh, shit. Where can I hide? Can I get out this house without my mum see me? You know what I mean? Or whoever. If she said the full name, and actually it wouldn't be Angela Sturdy, it'd be Angela Diane Sturdy. That's when you knew using the crap house. Right? Hi, Kylie. Right? So, and I used to do the same with my husband. His name is Vincent. I used to call him Vince. A lot of people used to call him Vingy. I call him Vince. But when he's in my bag books, which was quite a lot, it was Vincent. He knew. He fucking knew. It's like, oh shit. You'd see his face just change. The colour would drop out of his face and everything. So, but you see, you can't see where those two men walk. He says you can see the feet walking away, but I don't see how you can see these men walking straight up. That's what tips for that video she done where she's walking, where they're going into the Texas Roadhouse, and she was videoing the outside of the Texas Roadhouse, and she was aiming and catching every camera. So I know there's one on the other end, the other side of that door. I know there is. So there's got to be. I think law enforcement will get pulled all footage from the front of that Texas Roadhouse. And that footage on the other side will catch all this area over here. The area that Chris from the mob crew is interested in. We'll catch all that area. We'll catch here, all these cars here, and we'll catch all over there. Missed you too, Kylie. I've been watching your videos today. Sad about Tony Mathis. Sad. I just hope Seth is okay. But I think it was a long ill. I think he was ill because, as I said, we hadn't heard of him since wow before Christmas. You know what I mean? Yeah, we have been watching your videos. Yeah, YouTube shut my other channel down. I'm still appealing it. Still appealing it. I'm waiting now for what they're saying. But I'm not holding my breath. I think we should get the video from the inside in a minute. Or does she not go that far? Yeah. Yeah, this is where they come into the restaurant now. See, this is why I couldn't use this one because they bleed it all. They boxing aimed it all out. I'm trying to find the originals now. It's really, really, really hard. I've gone through Dogs X channel. Can't find it. I can only find certain ones. I cannot find this one. It used to be on the Facebook. I can't find it. So, but I don't really want this one for my app because it's all pixelated out. Has this stopped? Oh God, I've got it on pause. I did email you. I'm sure I emailed you. I know I did. And I sent you my link. I'm sure I emailed you, Kylie. I will be right back. Christ's sake. Just went in my kitchen and my drawer where I keep all my utensils. I looked in and I thought, that looks a bit off. One side just come out and the nails come out. So I've got to get some wood glue, put it on the nail and then bash it back in. Hi, Michelle. You're questioning, you're starting to question it, yeah. Well, someone obviously didn't like what I was saying. And when, apparently, when you break community guidelines, they don't have to give you a reason. You broke community guidelines. I don't know how I broke community guidelines when all my videos go through and you don't put no restrictions on them. And if you have, I've corrected it. You know what I mean? It's going good at the moment, but this isn't actually the video I wanted to watch. Right? I'm going to try and find... No, not any. Not that one. Is this it?
And say, well, hold on.
Oh, it could be this
Say,
one.
this is where your information is wrong.
This
Okay.
could be the one.
Okay. First, let me, hold on. Let's change, I need you to change your words.
Well, I mean, that's why we're talking, so we
I'm
can
glad
clear things, like figure
Right.
things out.
Once again, y'all didn't do shit.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris was in Memphis, right? Okay, so sorry.
Don't say y'all. Thank you.
Okay, my bad. So
Katie and Sebastian went to BJ's.
right.
Prior to going to BJ's?
After picking up our niece,
I said prior to going to BJ's,
which was not Melissa's.
they went and picked up a niece. That name is not going to be disclosed because it has no
Has been through
business.
Right, we don't need to know the name of the little girl, but I know what niece, what sister-in-law you're talking about. Because you've only got 2 sisters that I know of, Chris. Maybe 3 because didn't one pass away?
And I promise you, you don't want to go to that house.
that child is going through enough with this.
It's a shame I don't live in Tennessee, isn't it? Because when people say, I promise you, you don't want to go to that house, that only makes me want to go there even more. Right. Oh, I'll tell you, remember I was telling you the other day about this incident that happened about 10-minute walk away from where I live? Well, this guy and his little sidekicks are still in the area. Because last Tuesday, I think they was in a stolen car and they've been chased by police. Now, armed police aren't called out for car thieves. They are not. But armed police were called out that night because they knew the person they was after could be armed. They didn't catch him. And then I've turned out today that there's another shop, and I'm not joking, it's what, 5-minute walk, 10 minutes walk at the very most, up the road. I walk past it when I go to Asda's. They've gone in there and started causing aggro in there, and the one guy turned around and said, you better do as we say, otherwise you're going to end up the way that guy in the such and such pub ended up. And yet police are, you know what I mean, they're in the fucking area. Why aren't the police catching them? And that's the UK, the Scottish police for you. Get your thumbs out your backside, start getting this guy off the street. But you see, this is only allegedly. He's wanted inside the prisons as well. So when he goes back in, they're going to have his ass. Right? So he's not just wanted by police on the outside. He's wanted in prison. So he's not going to want to go back to prison so soon and so quickly. Because they are waiting for him to go back in. And I think he's just going to try and cause as much trouble as he can. Now, this is a guy who's got to be in his 30s. He's got to be in his late 20s, 30s. And he's doing child stuff. You know what I mean? The behaviour he's doing is like what you get off teenagers. So, I do know his name, and I did do a bit of research on him. Because when my daughter was talking to me the other day, I said, what's his name? She told me, no, blah, blah, blah. No, that ain't the one. And I'm scrolling down. Oh, I clicked on this one link, and there's two incidents. One from 2014, he was only 19 then, and one in 2022, and he got sent down for 3 years then. And that's what the one he's just come out of prison for. You read something very interesting on Reddit from a relative of Katie's asking people to stop contacting her over Katie's stepsister. Death Tiffany Cake is her name. Isn't that interesting? Who's contacting her? Not us. See, people on Reddit would do things like that. You know what I mean? Tiffany Cake. I haven't seen that name come up on any of my searches in March 24th. Okay, I'll check again. Right. I know Katie's got two sisters, and I believe, don't quote me on this, because they'd be from the father's side, right? Because the mother and father split up. And I believe they're in California or somewhere like that. So I'll check that out. But I believe this is the phone call where they have that little tiff.
This mess, but no, it was not Melissa's daughter that I picked up.
Okay.
What you do need to know is
BJ's.
all you need to know is that two sisters, Katie, Sebastian, and children.
Notice they said two sisters, Katie, Sebastian, and children. Not two sisters, Katie, Sebastian, and a niece. Two sisters, Katie, Sebastian, and children. So whose other children? Well, Melissa's children there then.
Went to BJ's. That is on a video footage.
Yeah.
I've seen that. Law
Yeah.
enforcement can confirm that.
Right.
She needs to be picked up.
Names don't need to be extracted, don't need to be out.
Yeah, I mean, minors' names don't need to be thrown out anyway. No, I'm.
This doesn't need any more harassment either.
Yeah, I haven't said anything about Melissa at all.
No,
I haven't even mentioned her.
I'm saying
Well, Melissa,
his other sister.
once again, my two sisters, Melissa and Cassie, were there. That's on video footage.
Yeah.
That has all been vetted. That has been proven. Proof of life, all that bullshit. Everything.
Right, yeah.
From
No, I haven't. I haven't seen that name. I was seeing it on one of your lives, and I thought, Doug Palmer? Who's Doug Palmer? So here's another one I'll be checking out. Because what I will do it now is I get up in the morning, right, still half asleep when I'm getting up. So I don't wake up fully till about, 11:30. By the time my second coffee's kicked in. Maybe third. No, normally my second coffee. Then I'll come on here, check my emails reply to any emails, and then have a quick tidy around if there's anything you're doing. Which normally there isn't at the moment because I do what I call a reset on the night time. Straighten all my sofas up, cushions up, covers up, put all my any washing up, get all that done and dried and put away before I go to bed. So the only thing I have to do in the morning then is once I've woke up and had my 2 cups of coffee is go and get washed and dressed myself and then make my bed. And then round about 2-ish, I'll sit down again and I'll do a bit of research. Then I'll stop, have another snack. So, but I want to really get out and do some gardening tomorrow if the weather's nice. Okay, thank you. I've never heard of Doug Palmer. Is he a relative or a friend of the family?
Word with dealing this bit is told.
Yeah.
There at all.
Now, they go to BJ's. They
Just went their own way. I don't know.
Right. No, I've never heard of Doug Palmer. So I'm just trying to make sure this doesn't keep playing.
I did not insinuate a name. I didn't say who.
Just clarifying, it was just me and Bubba that left together.
So you and Sebastian leave BJ's.
Okay, so can because I don't have actual times. Can I get a timeline on that?
I don't remember the exact.
I'll give you an on or about time. I can't give you an exact time.
So
I used Ally 360 to give exact timestamps to the law enforcement.
It was before noon.
gotcha.
No, you can't give times, Chris, because you weren't fucking there. Or was you? Everything you are saying is hearsay. Because this piece of shit on the by here has told you. Or you piece of shit, told her what to say. Get the story straight, yeah? Is that what you told Seth? We need to get our stories straight? And Seth wouldn't, because he got nothing to hide. Why? What's he got to get straight? The fact that he was at work and got nothing to hide, and that his son is missing, and you're involved. Is that what he's got to get straight?
Okay. Before noon at BJ's.
Yes.
Okay.
Law enforcement has the literal, like,
Not to give out exact time.
but
Okay.
Now you said that, Kylie. Yeah. It could be a colleague, a work colleague. Is that the guy who Heather spoke to? Remember, she phoned him up and all she wanted was confirmation of his work times for the Monday. And he goes on to talk about Sunday. She didn't ask about Sunday, she asked about Monday. And this guy was going on about Sunday. So yeah, it could be that guy. It could be his supervisor, his manager, whatever. So
I said, they literally used my 360 and like
They got the
knew
timestamps.
exact route I took.
Yes.
They knew how fast I went.
Yep.
They knew if I did any stops, which I didn't.
why did you bring that up, Katie? They knew if I did any stops, which I didn't. Why would you bring that up? Why didn't you just say they knew whether I was doing any stops, they knew how fast I was going, everything? But why did you say I didn't? Because we know law enforcement are covering for your fucking ass. Your fat ass that you need to get on a treadmill and work off.
They know, like, they literally know every detail because we have upgraded 360. So they literally, and I have a thing in my car with a camera.
Yeah, the dash cam.
It's not a dash cam. See,
Oh,
that's
okay.
where everybody's wrong.
Okay.
And I'm not going to tell people what it is, but all they know is in this vehicle, there was something that recorded a video and audio.
But law enforcement had multiple sources to confirm every move I made that day.
Now, what else would you have in a car that will record video and audio? I thought at first, all these newer make cars, you've got like this little computer thing now in your on your front of your dashboard, where you can get your phone, you can answer calls from it, you can listen to your music, all on this dashboard, right? Then I thought, well, why would you have a video running on that? You wouldn't. And then someone did a live, and they were showing you can buy these very small cameras that you can put in the corners of your car or at the front of your car by the rear mirror. Yeah. So did he have a camera in there so he could track them even when they're out in the car? Because that is one sick son of a bitch, if that is the case. Why would you need to be constantly tracking what they're doing, what they're saying? Why? No, Live 360 is an app is not installed on dashboards of cars now. Upgraded 360, yeah. Exactly. They're the ones that keep going on about proof of life and all this stuff. And then they make this big deal about Seth saying he wanted proof of life. He hadn't heard or seen his son since the Thursday or Friday before he went missing. And yet he had seen proof of life. No, he hadn't. Not until he was shown the video of you with your ass pulling behind, walking out of Texas Roadhouse. Google why do criminals use. Oh God. Okay. I'll Google it. Why do criminals use 360 app? Yep. This is what it says. It's taking its time. It's thinking. Right. Bullet holes, blood spatter, and other evidence that is hard to document with 2D methods come to life, as it were, when presented in a three-dimensional representation. 360 cameras can capture a crime scene quickly and accurately soon after officers arrive on the scene. No, I can't. We've seen that them using that. It takes a whole picture of the room or whatever. Smartphone app Life 360 helps users find criminals. Oh, right, let's have a read of this. I think it opens up. Smartphone app Life 360 helps users find criminals who live nearby. It's used by tens of millions worldwide to track the location of family and friends. But now the app is being used to hunt down red drums, rapists, and child SX offenders. Is it right? Yes. You want to track them? Track them down. It's used. Go off my screen. It's used by tens family and friends, but we just read that. A furious debate is erupting about whether Australia should be changed to allow the public to track down neighbourhood criminals through a website or app. Yes! Smart. If you've got nothing to hide, you've got nothing to worry about. Smartphone app Life 360 is embedding criminal records into its app that enable ordinary civilians to view where criminals live on a map and discover what their address is, what they look like, and what their crime is. Okay. So that's all we've got on that. Let's see what it says about why Life 360 is so bad. Life 360 markets itself as a family safety app, but if you ever used it or had it used on you, you'd probably get why so many people are Googling why Life 360 is bad. Sure, it offers real-time location tracking, driving reports, and even crash detection. But let's be honest, for a lot of families, it creates more drama than it prevents. For instance, a 24-year-old woman removed her boyfriend's girlfriend. 24-year-old woman removed her boyfriend's girlfriend from their family's Life 360 group after discovering the girlfriend had paused her own location sharing while continuing to monitor others. This imbalance led to feelings of unfairness and invasion of privacy within the family. Look, if you're a parent, it's normal to want to protect your kids, but there's a better way to do it than using something that feels like it belongs to a dystopian movie. Well, I won't be getting 360. So that's what 360 is. You can change your location, yeah? Yeah. You can manipulate any app. Any app you can manipulate. But you see, RUG users don't use 360. RUG users use it's a phone, and, oh God, what's it called now? And it's heavily encrypted, right? So they use this certain phone. And, but you see, the police and all that lot, and their intelligence people, all these people that know what they're doing, have managed to get into these phones and their messages and their pictures and everything. And because of that, encrypto. Encrypto. It's a phone, right? And all your messages and whatever are encrypted. But the intelligence people have managed to get around that now. So that's not safe for them to be using. Yeah, what would you call info? How can you upgrade something if you didn't have cameras? But yeah, a watch would track her steps, her movements, her blood pressure, everything. Unless you can turn all that off. You can turn all that off. Because I used to do it on my phone. I turned it all off. Because I'd be sitting there just chilling out on my sofa and my phone would bleep. Beep, 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 beep. What the fuck? Blood pressure. Or my heart rate has gone sky high. I'm watching a fucking drama. Nothing violent, nothing scary. Just a drama. So I took all that. I stopped all that on my watch because I was fed up of getting warnings. Blood pressure's high. I'm just sitting here having a cup of coffee. I'm watching some on TV, you know what I mean, at 10 o'clock at night or 11 o'clock at night. I'm just chilling out and it would go off. I'm going, this is ridiculous. But there's some nights I sit here after I've come off my life, even in the day, and I feel my heart literally just pounding for no reason. I think, why is my heart pounding like that? It shouldn't be. There's a face behind big light of Mob Crew's video from live I found. Really? See, I'm not worried about looking outside. I'm concentrating inside. Because he's gonna do all that. I just want to look inside. I know he's put my mind at rest because I know when he did that live the other night and he showed us that she did not walk back. When she first come in, she came from the south. She didn't come from the north. She came south. Or from the east, I should say. She came from the south. And then when she left, right, she went to the east. You see her walking past, and then you see her walking back again. And I said she went off at an angle, didn't I? And I think, and even Mob Crew said she cut off at an angle. I thought, I knew that already. And I didn't have to zoom in. I just knew she cut off at an angle for some up. Don't know how. I just had that feeling she didn't go along that pathway all the way. She cut across a bit. So, but this is the interview where they have that little falling out.
Okay.
Up to and including voice and video.
Okay.
We went home after BJ's for a little while.
And unloaded the groceries.
Yeah, we didn't do a whole lot, but yeah.
Okay.
And after they were at the house, they wound up eventually leaving there. And they go.
What was that she said?
I'm not going to tell people what it is, but all they need is in this vehicle, there was something that recorded a video and audio.
But law enforcement had multiple sources to confirm every move I made that day.
Okay.
Up to and including voice and video.
Okay.
We went home after BJ's for a little while.
And unloaded the groceries.
Yeah, we didn't do a whole lot, but yeah.
Okay.
And
A whole lot of video. Listen to that again.
Law enforcement had multiple sources to confirm every move I made that day.
Okay.
Up to and including voice and video.
Okay.
We went home after BJ's for a little while.
And unloaded the groceries.
Yeah, we didn't do a whole lot, but yeah.
Okay.
and after they were at the
Heather, can I give you a tip? You can take that tapping noise off your keyboard. You can. Right? It's fucking annoying. Reminds me when I used to work in an office and you had typewriters and you had clink, 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 clink. Fucking annoying. You can take that off. So you don't get the click, 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 click. Do it, please, Heather. Especially when you're on a fucking phone call. It's so fucking annoying. God, that click, click, clicking of her keyboard.
house, they wound up eventually leaving there, and they go to Struck and Sperry.
Because we were going to go bowling.
Because the plan was to go bowling, but because there was a bowling tournament going on,
Yeah.
they didn't get to bowl. They had to play video games.
There was too long of a wait
Well, from what we've seen, you didn't play video games.
list, and it was a school night, so I promised to take him bowling another day, and instead we played video
Well, the
games.
school night, it was Sunday night, weekend night going into the school. No, it is not. It's considered a weekend. Don't take away.
He had to go to bed to get.
See, don't add, don't take away. What do you mean by that, CP? Please. Just asking. Not just for my subscribers, but for the few 100,000 people that would like to know this. What did you mean by don't add, don't take away? I know what I mean when I say don't add and don't take away. I mean, don't add to the fucking story and don't take away from it. Stick to the story. Don't add, don't take away.
The ball, they had to play video games.
There was too long of a wait list and it was a school night, so I promised to take him bowling another day, and instead we played video
Well, the
games.
school night, it was Sunday night, weekend night going into the school. We don't, no, it is not. It's considered a weekend. Don't add, don't take away.
He had to go to bed to get up for school the next day.
Okay, that's still not school night.
Semantics.
Semantics is a large play in this deal.
It means a night that you have to go to bed to get up for school.
And doing something, you can say that. If she puts some shit out there like that, everybody's gonna think, oh, well, it was a school night. So was it Sunday?
Sunday night.
But I'm telling you.
No, Chris, we're not stupid. Sunday night is a school night. You've got to be up in the morning. Friday night is the East weekend. Because you haven't got to get up for school in the morning. Saturday night is weekend because you haven't got to get up for school. Sunday night, you've got to get up for school. So we class it as a school night. All us parents understand that. But you, Chris, you're just a... Ooh. God.
How these dumbasses think. I'm explaining to you.
So we're dumbasses now. Oh, so we're dumbasses. No, Chris, you are. Because you are talking to mothers. A lot of us who are following this case are mothers. And we know a Sunday night, you're getting bathed, you're getting ready, right? You're getting bed early, 10, 11 o'clock ones. My kids were in bed by, on a Sunday night, they was in bed by 8:30. Well, no, sorry. By 7:30. They'd be up in their bedroom by 7:30. They'd be asleep by 9 p.m. Because they'd be doing their last minute homework. You know what I mean? We always left it to Sunday night. God, I can't get this done. Shit. Right, with a torch, trying to get your homework done so your mum wouldn't see you in the bedroom with the light on. Yeah, we've all been there. So Sunday night is a school night because they've got to be up in the morning. You dumbass yourself. So controlling, yeah. It doesn't. This is what I'm saying. This is why I say, in my opinion, hold on, I'll put my banger up, is this it? Yeah, it must be 18 of years to participate in this channel. Everything said in this live is, in my opinion, or allegedly. Dumbass. But he is controlling. How would he know what fucking happened? He doesn't. We keep saying this. That's why we say he was there, because he knows too much.
Fucking takes.
All right.
Oh, so you can call us dumb asses and all that lot, but we can't call you a effing ass. But you can effing swear as well, can't you? But we can't. Go spin on it, Chris.
So after BJ's went home to unload groceries, then went to Strike and Spare. We played in the arcade. For a while because
They watched our remote the whole time we were there.
Nobody spoke to Sebastian as far as any adult. They can't.
yeah,
Right. No, I'm glad we got to this bit. Nothing in the video to say they interacted with anyone, they was followed by anyone. Katie. Who was he talking to? And I'll stick to my guns. How's your mum, Katie? How's your mama? Because I'm not the only one thinking it either. And I've been thinking it from the first time this video's first got released. And I seen her walk inside that Texas Roadhouse as she turned to walk towards the bathrooms. I went, oh my God, that looks like KP's mother. Everyone was saying, no, it's a guy, this, that. I stuck to my guns. It was your mother. And so, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, KP. Prove me wrong. Tell us who it was. So we can check out for ourselves. Because we don't trust law enforcement either, by the way.
I did talk to them about that, and they said that the cameras were shit. That they weren't really able to see a whole lot of anything.
But we went straight from Strike and Spare to
Texas Roadhouse.
And they confirmed again the video there. They even showed Seth a clip of it after his little "I haven't seen proof of life" comment, even though he had.
Yeah.
Which did he tell you about that?
About what?
That his little comment, he hadn't seen proof of life since Friday or
Insinuating
or Thursday or Friday when I last saw or heard from my son.
Yeah, I'd heard about that comment. I mean, he hasn't said it to me, but I had heard about the comment.
But see, this is where, like, truth be told, this is where everything needs to come out.
He already knew that there was proof of life.
He knew there was proof of life prior to that. He started some shit. It caused the fucking stir. It caused the meeting. They showed him a video, Texas Roadhouse. They showed when they walked out of Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
He has seen a video of Sebastian at the fucking house Sunday night, taking the fucking trash out.
Right.
Audio from inside my car.
Yeah. So, okay, so you guys got...
Do you see the frustration where we have with your client?
Yeah, I do. But it's nice to have like a conversation with you instead of having to get everything, everywhere else. Definitely.
And we went home straight from Texas Roadhouse. And we were home for approximately 15 minutes before he took the trash out. And he is on video, and the FBI was able to clear it up and confirm that it's him. Even though you can tell it's him from a mile away because of how he runs. It's just, you can tell from his mannerisms. The second you look at it, it's him running, but still.
So he took the trash about 15 minutes. And that was about what time was that?
Don't know exactly off the top of our head.
Well, I know you told him to go to bed at about 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how much time was between the trash and going to bed?
A couple hours.
Okay. And then you guys were on the phone from about 9 to 12?
Sure.
Was that FaceTime or just a phone conversation?
It doesn't matter. We were on the phone.
Okay.
Those details don't have any bearing in this. It's just the phone call was made. Whether it was a FaceTime, a Zoom call,
the only
reason, a voice chat.
Yeah, the only reason that I am curious about that is just to whether it was possible that he had heard any of that conversation.
No. Once again, our conversations are not where children can hear them.
Well, I mean, it's not like there was anything said that was like...
would have upset him.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not like we were arguing or anything. I mean, we spend time on the phone daily because we live separately the majority of the time when he's on travel. So we call.
Yeah. Okay. So there's about 9 o'clock. You told him to go to bed. You were on the phone from about 9 to 12. It was about 11 p.m. when you heard the noise from his bedroom.
No.
That's not right. Hello?
Yeah, we're still here. No, what you said was not right.
Well, can you correct me?
Somewhere between 9 and 12. There there was a sound heard, and Mom told him, Sebastian, whatever you're doing in there, knock it off and go to bed. He said, yes, ma'am.
All right. And then nothing until you went to wake him up, right?
No, nothing until she went to wake him up.
And that was about 6 a.m.
So, and tell her what you just said.
Yeah, but that's how shit gets started.
No, because she said that what I told you about hearing the noise, her saying go to bed, and he said, yes, ma'am. Apparently that's wrong. So correct it.
I told him, I don't care what you're doing, knock it off and go to sleep.
Did he answer?
He said, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Once again, right back to what I fucking said.
Okay. Okay. There was something I was going to ask you. Okay, so I did want to go back to where you had said that you didn't think he ran away and that he ran away. So what do you think?
I don't have, neither one of us have an idea.
Yeah.
All we can tell you is like, that's why I asked you what you exactly know of this case, what Seth has told you makes it easier for us to fill in the blanks.
Because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because your client has an idea in his head, and that is his narrative, and that's what he is painting.
Oh.
So I just need to know what's being said, and I'll fill you in.
Well, the thing is about Seth that I don't think he's kind of just back and forth about things, you know?
And see, that's where he's stupid and he's wrong.
Well, he doesn't know. He doesn't know if he was lured. He doesn't know if something happened in the house. I just have to say that, you know, or and he doesn't know if he ran away. Like he doesn't know.
Well, see here, let me help you something. If something happened in the house, that should never be a statement that comes out of your mouth or his fucking mouth for that matter. Because quite honestly, law enforcement has already vetted all that shit. And there's no reason to insinuate, no reason to make that comment.
Well, I mean, I'm just being transparent with you because
you're being frank, but I'm being extremely frank with you.
Yeah.
If there was something in there that they think had an issue,
he is getting angry there because of what she said. Because it's true, at the time when this was done, Seth didn't know what to believe. Didn't know whether he had run away, if something happened at home, or what. So, and he don't like it because she said that something could have happened at home. Or he ran away because of something happening at home or something like that. He doesn't like it.
They would have already gone down that route.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I don't know anything about what law enforcement is thinking or what they're doing. You know as well as I do, they don't share that with me, and they don't have to, and I don't expect them to.
Exactly.
Right, that's it. Alright, so we'll just go off that. So yeah, that phone call, even at the beginning, he said something like, Seth should have filled you in on what has happened and what has been said. So he's trying to get her to tell her then, oh, well, Seth has told me this or that, or whatever. That was a fishing expedition on his half. He wanted to know what Seth knew. Right? And Seth's not that stupid. In my opinion, Sebastian was taken to Terry after Texas Roadhouse, possibly to Steadfast RV Builders in Yes, there is a Steadfast RV Builders, and Steadfast is a word that come up in Reverend Donna Serafina's reading. Steadfast. And actually, I want to mark that on the map again. Steadfast RV. I'll put down map. so I can put it on the map. Because again, as I said, I've got to go and put all the addresses back into the map, but I'm doing it in 3 different maps, not all in one. So I've got one map which is mainly just for areas of interest, another map of possible sightings, another map with all their addresses on, and another map with their businesses on. And that isn't many businesses, you know what I mean? But I've got them separate. Yeah, she mentioned the word steadfast kept coming up. So I googled it and it came up as an RV thing. And it's in Hendersonville. So that was a fishing. He's fishing them for information because he don't like the fact that Seth did not or would not go along with him. And that's what caused all this aggro as well. The fact that Chris wanted him to get the story straight. And Seth said, he's got no story to get straight. Had they ever lived in Burbank, California? There are some addresses in California. I'll have to check what area they come under. So, God, my cat does not like bedroom doors that are shut if there's someone in the bedroom. Even when you go to the toilet. Luckily, he doesn't use his claws, the claws on the door. He just uses his pads. Right? But he's constant at the bedroom doors. Now, if he knows there's someone in there, he'll batter that door until you open it. Yeah, I'll let you know tomorrow, Kylie, because, as I said, I've got to go mark all the addresses down again. I took a break from doing it because, as I said when I was doing it, it's a bit sad that I know just by looking at an address who lives there. But I know there's some addresses in California. And I think Chris lived in somewhere in California as well. So, and at the moment I'm working on Chris's addresses and he's got so many addresses where he's lived there or had it as like a postal address sort of thing, where he's just had postal parcels delivered there, you know what I mean? But because his name's, it's had post go there, it's registered him as living there. Yeah. So, let's see if I can pull this app up again. Let's see if it'll share it with me. So I'm just getting a black screen if it shares it. That's what I'm getting, a black screen. So it's not sharing it with me. And it's a bit annoying. It's not the app, it's StreamYard. So, no, it's not going to share. So it's a bit annoying, but at least we managed to see some of that app. But there's more I want to do with that app. I want to look deeper into that inside Texas Roadhouse. So some of this footage that I've got, I want to. For some reason, it won't let me it'll let me download it onto YouTube, but it doesn't download it onto my computer, onto my laptop. So I need to put it onto my streaming app, make it into a video onto my streaming app, and then upload it, whatever, download it onto my laptop, and then I can add it to my app. I know, but then again, when I was doing this, when I first started doing the mapping, and I found out all these different places, I thought, hold on, where have I lived in the last 40 years of my life? Because up until I was 20-something, I lived at my mum and dad's, right? Then I got married, and I lived in, oh God, Kidsgrove. Was it Kidsgrove? I can't remember. I can't remember. Kidsgrove, I think it was. And then I moved from there to somewhere else. And then I'm, you know what I mean? I think I've lived about 11 places in the last 40 years. Yeah. And well, since I've been up in Scotland, I lived in, hold on, Dundee. I lived in 1, 2, 3 places in Dundee. No, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places in Dundee. Then I moved to Forfar, where I lived in 2 places, 2 properties. There's 7. Then I've moved back to Dundee. There's 8. Then I had the 2 flats I lived in. There's 8, 9. There's 9 places I've lived in just since 2000 and what? 2008. I've lived in 9 places, and now counting this place, 10. So in just under what, 20 years, in 18 years, I've moved quite a lot. Thank you, Kylie. I'll look out for that. But no, I'm looking more inside the Texas Roadhouse than outside. I'm letting Chris do that. Right? I just wish we could get the footage from that other camera so we had the other angle. Because then we'd be able to see, you know, that car that flashes the lights. Hopefully we'd be able to see where that car went, which way it went. Because it could go round and out. Yes, I have. She was on here the other night, Kylie. Yeah, she was on here the other night. So, oh, but yeah, Jen was on here the other night. So I'm pleased to see her because she's the only one I couldn't get in touch with. I could get in touch with you. All of you lot are on here tonight. I could get in touch with. I just couldn't get in touch with Jen. And there's another one I can't get in touch with, and from Ireland. So I'm hoping she comes across my channel again soon and comes back to me because I'm flipping. Oh, but you know what happened, Kylie? I was loading up a video. It was on the Friday. No, on the Saturday. I was loading a video up. Yeah, everything was fine on Friday night because I uploaded my live. Everything fine. I had my channel open on Saturday. Right? Everything was fine. I was uploading a video and then something come up said, retry. So I've retried it. Retried it again. I thought, what the hell's going on? So as I'm retrying to upload this video, my channel just went, boom, straight in front of my eyes, everything went. I went, where's my channel gone? Where's my fucking channel gone? Boom, went. And they said that they had gone over my videos, and I had broken community guidelines. Oh dear. He hasn't been on here for a while anyway, Kylie, so. I have seen him on Mob's channel, and I think I've seen him, who else? Whatever channel have I seen him on? See, I've got to subscribe to all my channels again as well. You know what I mean? So I've been having to do that, go through them and try and find them and subscribe to them again. I think so annoying. It makes no sense now. But apparently they went over my channels, all my videos again, and apparently I broke community guidelines. And they don't have to give a reason. If you break community guidelines, they don't have to give a reason. And I thought, well, I think you should. And this is what I said to him. I said, I think you should give me a reason as to how I broke community guidelines, because I don't see how I have broke community guidelines. So I think someone didn't like what I was saying, and someone has told them to go, because for them to go back and check my videos, it means someone's putting a complaint. So they've had to, if you're putting a complaint about a channel, you have to put what video it was, or what dates of the videos, everything. So they can go back and check those videos. So, but what I don't understand is if I broke community guidelines, why didn't, on any of my videos, why didn't it come up sooner? Because every video you upload, I keep saying to you, I have to be careful what I play on here, because some videos I play, they've got their background music, and I can't play that. I have to take the sound off it because of the background music, because I'll get restricted, and I have to edit that out then, right? And so I have to be very careful on what videos I play. And I was telling my son, I said, could be because I dropped the F-bomb a lot. He said, Mum, he said, everyone drops the F-bomb on YouTube. I said, I know. I said, but I drop it quite a lot. Someone just didn't like what I've been saying. And as I said, I did a little short and I said, the truth hurts, because I only tell the truth. I say as I see it, right? And if someone is, I will call them out on their BS. Exactly, right? I will call them out on their BS, and they obviously don't like the fact I've called them out on their BS. And I always said, because I remember one of you say, if ever you're getting any hassle off anyone, let us know. I said the only thing they could do to get to me is to have my channel closed down. And what happened? My channel got closed down. So, but I've always said that. The only way anyone could get to me is to close my channel down. And as I say, I said the other night, I said, my saying is, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. If I'm lying, prove me wrong. Show me the receipts that KP was where she said she was at 3 a.m. Right? Show me the proof that you was where you was, Chris, on a Sunday. Unless you're getting your colleagues to lie for you. Right? So, we know you was there. We know you was in the area because she told Elevated Truth that apparently they did a geo-tracking and the police digging, and they came across two cars in the area that they picked up that wasn't connected to a Wi-Fi or something. I think that's what it is. And you turned around, CP, and you said those stupid wreckers didn't even, or something like that, didn't even know it was my car. So you said it. So how can it be your car when you weren't there? And don't come back to me and say it was done at 1:30 in the afternoon on a Monday afternoon. No, they're not going to do it then, because to get a geo-tracking, they've got to get a warrant, right? Because that warrant has to go to Google or whoever. And in that warrant, they have to specify why they want it, the reason why they want to do it, the time period, and how big an area, like 3 blocks, 2 blocks, 5 blocks, right? And they have to say, give a specific time, like say, the car. We know there's a car in the area at 3 a.m. in the morning, around about 3 a.m. in the morning. So they could have gone, we need it from 2:30 a.m. to 4 a.m. Right? Now, I'm not going to do it at 1:30 in the afternoon when you've got people at home, you've got wives at home, mothers at home, children at home, right? Little kiddies who aren't at school yet, on their tablets. You got the mums on their phones. You got people working from home. You got people driving about in their cars with the mobile phones. You had searchers in the area with their mobile phones. You had the search team with all their electronics. So they're not going to be doing it at 1:30 in the afternoon when he got home. And something else I noticed on one of the videos that Mob Crew was playing, it said, and I pointed it out on a comment, it stated, the last time I saw Sebastian was, this is Chris, last time I saw Sebastian was early February 2024 until I came home on the 26th. I went, hold on. Last time you saw him was early February and then until you came home. Is that implying that you saw him on the 26th? And if so, how? Well, I can't know more clue because someone had their channel shut down. But as I said, we don't know if she's opening up another one because I managed to open up another one. So, his words again. Last time we saw Sebastian was early February, until he came home. Right, until you came home. So, are you implying that you saw him again when you got home? So, oh yeah, they was paying those channels and even other channels out there. You know what I mean? To come and watch these YouTube channels and all this lot and report back to them as to what's being said. But you see, I'm on this small fry. Leave me alone, you piece of shit. So, it's just annoying, but I've got over it and I'll build my channel up again. I keep pushing my link wherever I go. I've now also got, because Nero told me this, she said, open up a Rumble account. So I've got a Rumble account. And I put all my videos that I do, when I've uploaded it up to YouTube, I also upload them onto Rumble. Right? And, hold on, let's just say, go to my dashboard. Oh, I've got one follower. But I'm not worried about followers on here. Right? But, because I'm still getting used to this Rumble. I can't. I'll put this link up. Right? And it'll take you to my Rumble account. At 1 p.m, he says he got home on the 26th. So it took from 6:30 a.m. till 1 p.m. to drive from Memphis to home. After you heard, yes. Well, you see, he heard Sebastian was missing at 6:05, but he still went to work, still climbed that feckin' ladder to sit in that cab for 7 o'clock in the morning. Didn't tell no one about his stepson being missing. Right? He started work at 7 a.m. They don't start before. They've got a noise restriction because of where it is. It's by the hospital. Right? So they can't work nights. And they can only work till a certain time, from a certain time in the morning to a certain time in the evening. And we know that because JLR actually went there. And those cranes were not operating on the evening. So he climbs up, sits in his little cabin with his 2 earpieces in, one for his phone, one for them down on the ground, which is illegal. It's not supposed to have anything to do with his phone up there because it's a distraction. Sorry. So, and then it was around about 9:30. The one guy on the ground went and got the site manager and put a complaint in about Chris, allegedly. Right? So the site manager pulled him off the crane at between 10 and 11 in the morning. He gets off that crane, storms off site, gets in his car and leaves. And that's when he came home. So if he left at 11, 11 to 12, say he left at 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1. Yeah. So if he left at 10 a.m., it's 3.5 hours to get home. Door to door. And he never said anything to anyone about Sebastian. So when he said, I had to wait for someone to come and relieve me, I can't just walk away from my job, I have to get relief. That was BS. One of his workers allegedly told, I think it was Silvers or someone, that there's someone already working there who could operate the crane. Yeah, he got pulled allegedly for his attitude. Yeah, so work was more important. He wanted to put as much distance as possible between himself and Stafford Court, between him and Sumner County. This is what makes me laugh when they say he turned up for work at 5:15. He can't go up in the crane. He can't start that crane till 7. So why would you go to work that early? I know, I'd fucking well, I'd still be in bed at 5:15. It took 20-something minutes from the RV site, where his RV was, to his works. About 20, 25 minutes. So if he had to be up that crane at 7, say he leaves at 6. He gets there for 6:30. Time to clock in. Time to walk, climb that tower. Time to get in position up in that cabin for 7 a.m. Gives him half an hour to do all that. There's no need to be there at 5:15 in the morning. I found CP, in my opinion, in security video. Bullseye. Really? Can you send us that picture or whatever? Because that's what I was doing with that app earlier. Right? But it won't let me share it again. It's not letting me share it. Your browser's blocked your screen. Click the screen icon, your address bar to allow access on. Fuck off. Sorry, hold on. But you can't find Kylie's email address. Yeah, when you say Kylie will send you an email. But I'll try and get that app working. I can get to work if I'm not sharing it on StreamYard for some reason. It did work earlier when I first come on. Because me and Anne was zooming in. And you could see he had no fucking salad on that plate. That's how fucking close I was able to zoom in. I could have zoomed in even further. I could have even picked off any salad if there was any salad on that plate. But there's no salad on that plate. So I'm going to take a screenshot of that. And things like that. But there was a guy at the bar that I was interested in. And you can see he's got a cap on. It's not a white cap, it's a dark cap. Right? But he's got a beard, but he also looks like he wears glasses. So I don't think that is Chris. But that's who I was interested in, that person at the bar there. But I'll put it up again. Does anyone know what colour dining chairs they have at Stafford Court? They have wooden. They've got wooden dining chairs, haven't they? Hold on. Let's see if I can pull up an interview that they did. And let's see. CP and KP interviews. Just so I can see what colour chairs. I'm sure they're wooden. I can't find any of their interviews. WSMV for interview with CP and KP. Right, let's have a look. There's a picture here. Yeah, the wooden. The wooden. They're just wooden chairs. If it is, yes, wooden chair with purpley looking colour padding. Yeah. Yeah, no. Any of those, that video or those pictures you get from Zillow, that is not their furniture. That is show furniture. It's like what they do in America. You put your house up for sale. You leave it empty. They go in and put show furniture in there. Right? Sofas, beds. Right? Things like that. Just to show the people when they come and view the house what you can fit in there. What size furniture you can fit in there. It didn't show you the colour of the seats, but I know they're wooden. So Uh, yeah, it's wooden. It's definitely wooden furniture. Michelle, was the chair that they had Sebastian tied to, was the chair a dining chair with purple padding bit where you put your bum, the cushion? Ah, what's this about Sebastian tied to a chair? Hmm. But I don't know what colour the cushion parts are. I don't even know if they've got cushions on them. I don't know if it's just all wooden. So, anyway. Oh, did I tell you my air fryer came? Yeah, my new air fryer came. So it's sitting in my kitchen in the moment, up the corner, not being used because I've got my friend's air fryer there. So once she moves out at the end of this month, I'll be putting my new air fryer out. So at the end of the month, I'll be getting myself a new white kettle as well to go because my air fryer is white. And then I've got to get a microwave to be white because I want all my electrical things white. So yeah, my air fryer came Saturday. And I love it because there's a little thing on the top and you put water in it, right? Put the lid on, screw it on, and then anything like on a certain setting when you're doing fish or meat or something like that, or vegetables, frozen vegetables, you can do in there and you set it and periodically it will stop the air fryer, give it a mist of water, then start it again. And then it also gives you a timer. Yeah, listen to this, a timer for you to, where it stops, and you have to take it out and give it a shake. I don't think I'm taking my food out to give it a shake. I'll just plonk it on, hit the buttons, and away it goes. But this one gives you order, and I can do frozen veg. So I don't have to put a saucepan on no more. I can do them in my air fryer. Voila. I hate using my stove. I just want something where I can cook my pasta without having to use my stove. I used to make really good omelets. You know how I used to do them? I put the omelette in my frying pan, right? And then I put like my cheese, depending on what I wanted on it. Say I wanted cheese and onion and some tomato. Yeah, I put all that on. Then, right, listen to this. I get my frying pan, put it under my grill in my oven area, put it under my grill. It fluffs it all up. It really just fluffs it all up. And then when that's all done, in a few minutes, you pull it out and you literally, as you slide it, it'll slide out the frying pan onto your plate. But as you slide it out, you can roll it into a roll and then you can slice it. That's a really good omelette because it's so fluffy because the heat is fluffing it up, right? And I don't know who told me about years and years ago. I learnt that. I thought, wow, I like this idea. So whenever I'm doing omelette, which I haven't done in a while, I pop it under my grill just for a few minutes with my cheese and whatever filling, bacon or ham or whatever. And then I get it out, and as I'm tipping it on the plate, like fold it over. I don't roll it. You can, but I kind of like fold it over so it's half, and I slice it. It's brilliant. Yeah. Well, I was going to go for sage green, but then I thought, hold on, I'm having sage green on the one wall because I'm having some wood paneling, right? And then I'm having like a lovely sage green wallpaper, like with a floral hint to it above. So I'm having one wall, a quarter of the way down wallpaper, and the rest of it is all panel. Then the other 3 walls is tiled anyway. So I'm just going to paint above white, right? 2 little bits of the areas white. Then my tiles that are white, I'm buying these stick-on tiles that you can put over your old tiles. And I'm getting them in like a sage green or something like that. As close to sage green as I can get it. And I'm sticking them on my old tiles, which go along the back of my sink, around my window, by my window, round the back of my cooker, and round the other side by my fridge freezer. So I thought, if I have sage green, my air fryer and sage green, it's going to be too much green. So I thought, no, I'll get my white. But I haven't had an omelette in ages. But I do like omelettes if they're done the way I cook them. Fluffy. But it is, you want to, my bathroom, because I'm not going mad on colour, my bathroom and my single toilet, because I've got a single toilet by the front door, I'm doing the walls there sage as well, but I'm keeping the tiles white, right? But my walls were sage green in both my toilet and my bathroom. My living room and my 2 hallways, I'm going Cancun. And then I've got to find a nice wallpaper to go on this one wall here. And then that. Then in the kids' room, that'll be getting done before anything else, I think, because I want the grandkids' beds put up. But there's a lot I've got to do in there. A hell of a lot of painting. Because I painted. You know what they did? When they painted the one wall pink. Right? They had a little girl, obviously. Yeah. They only put a pink border all the way around the ceiling. I'm going, are they fucking serious? A pink border around the ceiling. So now I've got to paint the whole fucking ceiling. So I've got to paint the whole ceiling. I've got to paint the one wall, 2 walls. 2 walls. And the other 2 walls, which are the outside walls, like the back, like because their bedroom's on the corner of the house, and they've got 2 outside walls. I'm buying this roll of padded paper, and it adds extra warmth to the room then. So that's going on 2 walls, the window wall and the wall where their bunk beds are going. So that at least then, when they're sleeping on that wall in the bed, they're not on an outside wall, as you know. There is some padding and extra warmth there. But I do like sage green, and that's going to be in the toilet, the bathroom, and my kitchen. And Cancun is a lovely colour as well. Look it up, Cancun. And that's going in my hallway and my living room. I don't know what I'm doing in my bedroom yet. That's got to go big repainting there. I really don't know what I want to do in there. At the moment, I've got one wall with a really dark green colour on it. It looks nice. I've got used to that colour. But then they decided, oh, we'll just roll a bit of green paint on this wall here and a bit of green paint on this wall. So I've got a bit of green paint on one wall, my window wall, and a little bit of green paint on my main wall. I really like the people who lived here before me. They really knew about painting. It's like in the kitchen, that kitchen wall. As soon as I seen it, I said, that's going. Black. I'm sorry, but I'm not I wear black items in clothing, but I'm not one for having black in furniture. So like I've got my dining chairs that are black. I'm getting covers for them because I'm not one for black in furniture or for walls. I hate black when it comes to furnishing. And that's why my kitchen is getting painted sage green. But I've got to put a base white on, at least 2 coats of white on that wall first, before I can even put the sage green on it. So I did want to get that done last year. Never got it done. So I am going to definitely get it done this year. But I will have not. I was only here for a couple of months before the winter set in. You know what I mean? And I was concentrating on sorting my garden out and getting that sorted out and tidied up. But yeah, my garden's okay. Needs a mow. I need to go over the lawnmower again, but I can now start to spend time inside the house and get it painted. And I've told people, I said, when I start painting, I said, be it on your own head. Because if you come over here, you're going to get a paintbrush or a roller put in your hand. And an area of a wall to paint. Or doors to paint. One of them. I said, so don't think you're going to come over here while I'm painting and just sit there and not do nothing. You will be given a paintbrush or a roller. I know. And it's in my kitchen and in my bathroom on the cabinet. So I've got to get so much white paint for that kitchen. Right? It's like in my living room, I've got this one wall, which is like a plum colour. Nice colour. Right? But I'm not into the dark colours like that. Right? And I've got to put white paint over these walls first before I can put paper up, because sometimes paper can be a bit thin and it might still come through on the paper. So I've got to put several coats of white paint on this wall. And even if I don't put wallpaper on it and I do go Cancun, I've still got to put several coats of white paint on this living room wall because of the colour, the dark plum it is. I'm thinking, I fucking hate these people who lived in this house before. Plum and black. And they're not like a light plum, it's a dark plum and a black. And a dark green, not even a light green, a dark green. Like an emerald green. Darkness. I like their dark colours. I'm not one for dark colours. I like light, beautiful. Not pink. I'm not into pinks. Not on my walls. But fresh looking paint colours, you know what I mean? Yeah. Bright and cheerful, yes. But as I said, I'm not going multicoloured all over the house. I'm just keeping it just 2 colours. Cancun in the living room and my 2 hallways. And sage in my bathroom, my toilet and my kitchen. Then in my bedroom, as I said, I don't know yet what I want in there. And the kids' bedroom, I know what I'm doing in there. I just need loads of white paint. And ceiling paint. And wood paint. Right? So I've got a lot of painting in there to do. And a lot of painting in my bedroom to do. And a lot of painting. A lot of painting. So, yeah. So I will get rid of all these dark colours in here. I don't like dark colours. I like to walk into a room and feel light and breezy and welcoming. I like it warm and cosy, but you can do that with like a fresh colours in here. You don't have to have dark colours to have it looking cosy. I see it. You know what I mean? My daughter, she's got like a silvery grey wallpaper up on her wall and white paint. It's not dark, it's very light. And her living room looks lovely and cosy on the night time because she has the lamps on. She's got the TV on. She don't have a big lights on that much. She just puts a lamp on and that's it. And it looks nice and cozy. You don't have to have dark colours to have it look nice and cozy. So, I have got new blinds for my living room. And at the moment, I've still got some black curtains up in my living room. They're coming down. As I said, they like dark colours. And I have got curtains to go up in here. I've even got the curtain rail for them to go up. But I've got to wait until I paint in here before I put my new blinds up and put my new curtains up. Because once I paint it, curtains and blinds will be going up. This room will look totally different. Once I paint it, got all my pictures back up on the wall again and my curtains and my blinds up, it'll look totally different. Anyway, it's good, yeah, cheerful atmosphere, gives off good vibes, yeah. So, as I said, I'll get on to that. I've got all this year to do something. And I haven't got to worry about Christmas this year because I think Angie will be having it at hers. So, I won't be at home this Christmas. I'll be at my daughter's. It'll go back to where 1 year I spent it with my son, 1 year with my daughter, 1 year with my son. It'll go back to that again. It's just that last year we was all first time in fucking donkey years that we'd all been together for Christmas. And that's why we was all together last Christmas gone. But it'll go back to 1 year at G's, 1 year at Simon's. So, I'm at G's. Be nice and quiet. Well, I say that, it isn't. Not with Vincent there. He can be just as noisy with his toys and everything. So, but anyway, I'm going to leave you all there. I hope that's given you something to think about today, about what we saw earlier with the Texas Roadhouse. And what I'm still going to be looking into that. I'm not dropping that Texas Roadhouse. There's something about inside that is bugging me. There's something there and we're missing it. I keep saying we've missed it. And that one thing that Chris found was one of the things. I knew then, I went, oh my God, that is what it was. That's what we missed. Right? So he's working on the outside. I'll look on the inside. I'll find any footage I can of the inside, the original footage of the inside of the Texas Roadhouse of the 25th of February 2024. Anyway, thank you all for being here tonight. I really do appreciate you all for finding my new channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe. These are for the people who are still watching on replay. Please subscribe. It would really help me build my channel up again. And leave me a comment. Until then, till next time, stay safe. God, I can't get my mouth to it. Stay safe now, everyone.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, speaking fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built